Hello, everyone. This is the 1974 National League Championship Series. This is a continuation of a 1974 National League replay that I've been conducting over the last 14 months with NPNG Plus baseball simulation game. The game is free. It's excellent, excellent game. You can find it online. The National League season wrapped up a couple days ago, and here's the final standings. This is on the National Pastime Next Generation message board. Here's the final league standings. Pittsburgh won the East on the next to last day of the season. They finished 2.5 ahead of Montreal, sort of a surprise team in the East. The Cardinals finished 4.5 back. They were in it until the last weekend. The Phillies had a pretty good season, but were never really in the mix in the last month or so of the season. The Dodgers won by 9 over the Reds in the West, but it was much closer than that. On September the 5th, the Reds were just a half game out uh, behind the Dodgers, and the Dodgers went on a tear to end the season while the Reds slumped, finishing 9 back. But the pennant race was nip and tuck all season long. You can read about it on this thread, the 1974 National League thread, in the replays section of the National Pastime Next Generation message board if you want to read about the replay. Every game was documented with box scores and short game summaries of each game that I played. But anyway, we're to the playoffs now, and the Dodgers uh, will open in Pittsburgh for the first two. Back in 1974, it was best of five series. The Dodgers will play at home the last three games if necessary, but the first two are in Pittsburgh. And this is game one. I thought I'd go ahead and turn the recorder on and video the playoff game. So here we go. Let's get started with game one. The lineups for LA is Lopes, Buckner, Wynn, Garvey, Ferguson, Say, Russell, Yeager, and Don Sutton. Sutton won 22 games for the Dodgers in this replay. The Pirates will line up with Stennett, Hebner, Oliver, Stargell, Zisk, Sanguin, Kirkpatrick, Frank Tavares, and Jerry Royce. Jerry Royce, left-hander, I think he won 14 games in the replay. I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Anyway, Lopes is up first. We're going to click roll, and the playoffs are underway. 34 is the 31. That's a fly out to center, so we got one down. The next batter is Bill Buckner, left fielder for the Dodgers, hit .315 in the season. 45's a 14. That's a walk. So Buckner's on at first. I'm scoring with Stratomatic's computer game. So we had a fly out for Lopes and a walk for Buckner. Jim Wynn's up next, and the runner at first, one out. Here's the pitch to Wynn. 25 is an 8. The 51 is beyond. Royce is 16. So he can't stop against right-handers. He can't stop this single. So it's a single to left, and Buckner stops at second. So the Dodgers have something going here in the first with runners at first and second and still one man out. So Wynn singled. Runners at first and second for Garvey. Steve Garvey hit .297 with 21 homers in the replay. He hit .312 in real life. I think he drove in 115 in the replay, and he had 111 in real life. The stats came out very close in almost every category, so a very fine, statistically accurate game NPNG Plus is. First and second, one out for Garv. Here's the pitch. 22 is an H. The 24, the second column is an 11C, so we have a single to right center. Buckner scores. Wynn goes to third. Garvey tries to steal and is thrown out, so that's for the second out. So we have runner at third, two outs now. So we give Garvey a single. Wynn goes to third. Buckner scores, and then we have a caught stealing. So runner at third with two down for Joe Ferguson, but Dodgers take a quick 1-0 lead here in game one. Here's Ferguson, and the pitch, 54 to 32. He flies to right, so that's going to end the inning. But the Dodgers pick up a run in the top of the first to lead 1-0. Pittsburgh coming to bat against Don Sutton. Rennie Stennett's up first. 56-26. That's a grounder to second. 1 down. The next batter is Richie Hebner. 66-1. That ball is out of here. A home run to right center field for Hebner to tie the game up, and the crowd likes that. So a home run for Hebner, and Al Oliver will be next. We're tied at 1 here in the first. Al Oliver, 24-13. That's a strikeout. 2 down. And Willie Stargell will be up next. 14 is a 30. That's a fly out to center field. That ends the inning. Go to the second. Oliver ground and Oliver struck out. Strike out, and Stargell flew out. Okay, I'll change the score here. It's 1-1. We have the game log back here. Whoops. Here we go. We're going to the second inning there. And Ron Say will lead off for the Dodgers. Say 64-13. Royce doesn't strike many right-handers out. That K1, if he'd been a K2 or above, it'd have been a strikeout. But this is just a ground out to third. 1 down, though. And the batter will be Billy Russell. Russell hit 294 on the season, 25 points higher than his 269 real-life average. 32-26. That's a grounder to second. 2-way. So Russell grounds, and Steve Yeager now the batter. Yeager has home run power, but he strikes out this time. So 3 up, 3 down for the Dodgers in the second. Good inning for Royce. We go to the bottom of the second. Richie Zisk leads off. Zisk hit 313 in real life, but slumped in the replay. He only hit about 280 in the replay. Fly out to center, 1 down. Manny Sanguillen will be next. And the roll's a 21. That's 32. That's a fly to right. So 2 down for Ed Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick, left-handed batter against the right-handed Sutton. 11's an H, 24's a 7. That's a single. So a 2-out single for Kirkpatrick. And he's on at first for Frank Taveras, the shortstop. 45's a 14, but Sutton's got good control. That Z2 stops from being a walk. It's just 2 balls. We roll again. And 55 is an 8, but the 44 is stopped by Sutton's 44, so he just did get the stop from a single. So that's a grounder to short, and that ends the inning for 3 up. Well, not 3 up, 3 down, but 3 outs in the inning. Going to the third, Sutton will lead off for LA. It's 1-1. Sutton leads off the single. 66H, 14's a 7. That's a leadoff single for Sutton. So good start for LA here in the third. Davey Lopes, 42's a 14. That again, the Z one there stops the walk. But 13's a 14, another 2 balls. So the 2 balls twice is 4 balls. That's a walk. So Lopes walks, and the Dodgers are in business here in the third inning. First and second, nobody out for Buckner, a good hitting left-hander. 42 is a 9, but the 26 is stopped. Left-handed batter within the range of 11-33, so that is stopped. Fly out to right, the runner's hold. So Roy stops Buckner's single attempt there. Runner's hold. Here's Jimmy Wynn, who hit 38 bombs in the 37 bombs in the replay, 32 in real life. He exactly matched his 271 average and exactly matched his 108 RBIs, but he hit 37 homers in the replay instead of 32. And he walks. Now the bases are loaded with 1 out for Steve Garvey, who drove in 115 in the season and knocked in the first run of this game. Here's the pitch to Garvey. 25's an 7. That gets through a single, 2-run single, And the batter Wynn stops at second. So Garvey has all 3 RBIs for LA here. So 2-run single, 3-1 Dodgers. And that'll bring up Ferguson, 2 on, 1 out. Another walk, and the bases are loaded. And Pittsburgh has commotion going on in their bullpen as Royce in trouble here. Ron Say, bases loaded, 1 out. 23 is a 12. That's going to be a double play. So a 3-6-1 double play ends the inning. So big ground out double play to end the inning there for Pittsburgh. It could have really gotten blown open there if Say had hit an extra base hit of some sort. All right, Royce will stay in for now. He'll lead off the third. And 42-13, he whiffs, 1 down. Stennett, 25's an 8th. The 42 is stopped at 11-44, so it's within range, so it's a line out. 2 down, so we had a strikeout and a line out, and that'll bring up Hebner, who homered his first time up. And he walks this time, so 2-out walk for Hebner. And that'll bring up Al Oliver. Oliver, good hitting left-hander. For 24's a 13, he strikes out to end the inning. That's 2 strikeouts for Oliver in the game. Top of the 4th, Bill Russell leads off 3-1 Dodgers here in Game 1 of the 1974 NLCS. 65-35 is a foul out, 1 down. We have a foul out. Steve Yeager, 1 out. Grounds to second. 12-25. 2 away now for Sutton. Sutton singled his first time up, but lines out this time. 3 up, 3 down for Royce. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. Willie Stargell leads off. That's a 33-6. That's a double for Stargell. He hit 37 in real life. Didn't hit that many in the replay, though. But it's a good leadoff double for Stargell. And he's in scoring position with nobody out for Richie Zisk, who flew out his first time up. 21's a 13. Zisk strikes out, so Sutton gets the K. 1 away for Sanguian. Good hitting catcher. And he doubles. 66 another 6. So 2 doubles here in the inning. And it's a 3-2 game. Change the score there. 3-2. Ed Kirkpatrick now with the tying run in scoring position with just 1 away. 43 is a 29. That's a grounder to the first baseman, who tosses to the pitcher for the 2nd out. The runner trots into 3rd. So that's a ground out, and Sanguin's at 3rd for Taveras. We could walk him and bring up Royce. Let's see, 246. We'll go ahead and do that. Bring up the pitcher to hit. So we're going to issue an intentional walk to Taveras and bring up Royce to hit. 1st and 3rd, 2 outs. And 35's a 13. That's a strikeout, ends the inning. So good move on Dodgers' part. Keeps it 3-2. LA leads. Going to the 5th. Lopes, top of the order for the Dodgers. Royce has faced 18 batters. We don't have their stamina written here. I wonder why. I just downloaded this Excel helper from the website, and I'm not sure why their stamina ratings aren't listed there. Maybe because I didn't do this on the as played lineup area over here. Anyway, all right, here's Lopes. 22 is an 8. The 52 is beyond 16. So that's a leadoff single for Lopes. Davey stole 63 bases in the season. Here's Buckner. 21's a fly out to right. That's 32. So 1 away. Lopes still at 1st for Wynn. Jimmy Wynn. Toy Cannon. 14's a 30. Fly out left. 2 down for Garvey, who has knocked in all 3 Dodger runs with a pair of singles. And he singles again. Beats out the infield single. So runners at 1st and 2nd 2 outs for Ferguson. 6 hits for LA now here in the top of the 5th. Joe Ferguson, 24 is a strikeout. So Royce gets out of the inning with no further damage. 3-2 LA, bottom of the 5th, top of the order for the Pirates. Tennant leads off. 64-13 is a strikeout. Richie Hebner's up. He's homered and walked. 45, he walks again. So 1 on, 1 out now for Al Oliver, who has struck out twice against Sutton so far. And 42 is a 9, but the 15 is within the 11 to 24 range against the left-hander. So that's a grounder to slow bouncer to second. Hebner takes second on the ground out. So we have a runner in scoring position, 2 out for Willie Stargell with Richie Zisk on deck. We could walk Stargell, but Zisk has home run power as well, so we'll let him. We don't want to walk Stargell and let Zisk hit 1 out and be a 5-3 game. So we'll see what Stargell can do. And they walk him anyway. 26 of 45. 45s are walks in some situations and not in others. Bases empty, 45 is not a walk unless the pitcher is extremely wild or something. First and second for Zisk now. Zisk with a chance to tie this game or put Pittsburgh ahead. But 12 of 25 is not going to do it. That's a fielder's choice ending the inning. So the Dodgers get out of it. We go to the 6th. Roy's still in there. He's faced 23 batters. Ron Say will lead off. Say's grounded out twice and fouls out this time, 1 down. Billy Russell next. Russell, 22's a 7. That's a single to right. So 1 on, 1 out for Yeager. Yeager's whiffed and grounded out. And he's going to ground it to a fielder's choice this time. So Yeager's at first. 2 away for Sutton. We'll leave Sutton in there. And he singles again. Sutton's 2 for 3 now. The 8-23 just beyond the 11 to 16. So Yeager stops at second on the single. But there's once again the Dodgers have runners on. The second and fourth inning they went 3 up, 3 down. But every other inning they've had at least 2 men on. Here's Lopes. 64 is a strikeout. And once again, Royce gets out of the threatening situation. Bottom of the 6th, moving right along. Sanguillen leads off. He's flied out and hit an RBI double. 25 is an 8, but the 14 is well within the 11 to 44 range for Sutton. That's 1 away. That's a line out. Ed Kirkpatrick, single and ground out. And he reaches on an error. 61's a 37. The 22 is within Say's 11 to 24 error range. So that is a boot for Say. Kirkpatrick on at first, 1 down for Taveras, who's grounded out and been intentionally walked. 66 and 8, 32 and 11C. Single over first, runner to third, but Taveras tries to steal and is thrown out. So we have a runner at third now, 2 outs for the pitcher spot. That's a single, and Taveras got tossed. Royce is up, the tying run at third. I'm going to go ahead and lift Royce. He hasn't been completely sharp in this inning. There's a lot of guys here that aren't going to see action. I didn't narrow down the rosters for the playoffs, but I'm only going to use the main guys. Paul Popovich was a good pinch hitter this year. He only hit 217 in real life. So Dave Parker, 282. He's a good left-hander. The only other left-handers is a pitcher, and Ed Ott, who's a September call-up, only had 5 at-bats. He's not going to play in this series. I'm going to send Parker up to pinch hit for Royce and see if Parker can tie this game. Dave Parker for Royce. Man at third, 2 outs. Here's the roll. 66 is a 6. That is a home run. Runner at third base and a first column 6 is a home run. Sutton cannot stop it, and that was a good pinch hit situation for the Pirates there. As Parker hits a pinch hit home run, and it's 4-3 Pirates now. So 2 home runs off Sutton, and the Pirates have the lead. Here's Stennett. He'll pop out 35-9 and stopped by the 12 roll. So a pop out, and we go to the late innings now. The Dodgers, who the Dodgers have coming up? I don't know who they have coming up. I think it's, well, maybe the top of the order. We got Hernandez and Justy are the 2 big relievers. Ken Brett is not going to start in this series, so he's a good lefty. Let's go Ramon Hernandez, the left-hander, for the 7th. Another left-hander, Ramon Hernandez. And we'll fix his ratings here. 36. Now his stamina is there. Okay, yeah, it's Buckner, left-hander, right-hander, right-hander, right-hander. Okay. Buckner's 0 for 2 with a walk. 7th inning, Dodgers trail 4-3. Ground out to short, 1 down. Jim Wynn. And he grounds. So it's 26-45. That with bases empty, that's not a walk. Sometimes it's a walk with man on. 2 away. Here's Garvey, 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. He's been all the offense for LA so far. But he bounces back to the mound this time. So good inning for Hernandez. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 7th inning stretch. And here's a trivia. Name 2 of the 7 American League players who have hit 50 or more homers in a season. 2 of 7. Well, there's Babe Ruth and 50 homers. Jimmy Fox hit 50 one year. And Hank Greenberg hit 50 for the Tigers. Cecil Fielder hit 51 for the Tigers. That's at least 4 of them. Maris Mantle, of course. Ruth, Greenberg, Fox, Fielder, Albert Bell. All right, back to the game. Bottom of the 7th, Sutton still in there. Hebner, 65's a foul out, 35. So we have a foul out. Hal Oliver, 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And now 2 ground outs. So bad game for Oliver. Stargell's the batter. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. And he grounds out to first, 26-45. All right, ground out. And we're going to the 8th. Hernandez had such an easy inning, we'll leave him in. We got Justy ready in the bullpen if we need him. Ferguson will be the first man up. Forgot to change the score there, it's 4-3. 55's an 8th, that's a leadoff single for Ferguson. So he is on. Ferguson's a tying run, and he is a normal runner. He's not good or poor, he's just average. If we put Joshua in, he is a good runner. I'm going to put Joshua in to run. He's a good runner. He's a tying run. Ron Say will be up. So we need to change Joshua out for Ferguson. So Joshua's at first. Ron Say now. Man on first. 51's a 9. That's an infield single. And LA once again has something going here. All right. 2 on. Nobody out for Bill Russell. We could bring Justy in. We have right-handers coming up. We're going to do that. Dave Justy. Justy will come on for Hernandez. Billy Russell up. He may be bunting. Might be a good idea to bunt. Alright, Justy's in. We are going to sacrifice. First and second, nobody out. And it's a solid sacrifice, so the runners advance. So good bunt for Russell. Second and third now. Sack bunt. Steve Yeager is up. We could put him on or let him swing away. Walking him would set up a double play. Sutton would be pinch hit for. Probably a good idea to put him on. Intentional walk. Sutton will be lifted. Willie Crawford or Manny Mota. Crawford's a better hitter. Crawford's the man. Not going to pull Justy just yet. He's the relief ace. So bases loaded, 1 out. Willie Crawford's pinch hitting as Dave Justy. Pirates looking for a double play to get out of this inning. The Dodgers looking for a hit to maybe put them up back ahead. Here's the pitch, big pitch. 21's a 30. It's a fly out to left. It's deep enough to score the tying run. So a sac fly for Crawford. First and second, 2 outs for Lopes. 4-4 game now. Here's Lopes, and he pops out to end the inning. Well, once again, the LA Dodgers cannot get the big 2-out hit. Mike Marshall, the Iron Man for the Dodger bullpens. Josh will stay in the game and play right. All right, Mike Marshall, 208 real-life innings, 209 replay innings. He did not have as good a record. He did save 31 in the replay, but he won 10 and lost 14 or 15 in the replay. He did not perform as well. His ERA was about 3.4, something like that, about a run higher. Here's Zisk, bottom of the 8th. Base hit to right, 33's an H, 32's a 7. So a good start for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th. Manny Sanguillen. The lead run is on at first. We're going to bunt Sanguillen, and he sacrifices. So good bunt, and at second for Kirkpatrick. There's a single. 33's an H, 21's a 7. Single to right. Runner scores. P has to hold. Zisk is an N, so he's not a P. And the batter to second on the throw. So the Pirates retake the lead with Kirkpatrick in scoring position and Frank Taveras up. Marshall, and that's a single over the 25's a 10, and another run for the Pirates. So Mike Marshall is doing what he did a lot in the replay, and that's get hit or knocked around some. Dave Justy will go ahead and stay in the game. He's going to sacrifice, and he pops out, 2 down for Stennett. It's 6-4 Pirates. Oops, Stennett's better. First on air to short, runner to second. So we have an error shortstop. So that's 2 errors on the Dodgers. And here's Hebner, who could really put the game away with a long one here. But he singles to fill the bases. So Marshall has thrown gas on the fire here. 4 hits in the inning. Oliver, last man. And that's a 22H, 13-2. That is a 3-run triple. And Marshall has gotten lit up here with a 5-run 8th. And the Pirates look to be well on their way to a Game 1 win here. Marshall's going to be relieved. Left-hander Greg Zahn will come on to pitch to the lefty Stargell. Probably left Marshall in an inning, a batter too many. But hindsight's always 20/20. Here's Stargell, man at third, and he doubles. 11-5. Boy, the Pirate Lumber Company just waylaying the Dodgers here. 10-4 now, a 6-run 8th. And Zisk, who started it all, finishes it with a single. Runner to third. G scores. Dodgers not a G. First and third. Big inning for the Pirates. Sanguillen. And that's a fielder's choice grounder to end it. So we go to the 9th. 10-4 Pirates. A big, huge 6-run 8th for the Pirates, and they're well on their way to a Game 1 win here. Justy will try to close it out. Buckner grounds out. Wynn flies out. And Garvey singles. Garvey 4-hit game. Ground, fly, single for Garvey, 4 for 5. Von Joshua batting for the first time. He singles and steals. So single, stolen base. The stolen base is pointless. Run say, foul out, and that'll end it. So LA loses to the Pirates in game one. The hometown crowd is happy about that. Pirates take a 1-game-to-none lead here in the best of 5 um, championship series for the National League 1974. Here's our box score. Garvey, big hitter for the Dodgers, but the Pirates, well-balanced offense. Parker's big 2-run homer was huge in the 6th, but the 6-run 8th did it. Marshall, 2/3 of the innings, 5 hits, 6 runs, only 2 earned the error. Just poor game, poor 8th inning. Marshall, who had his struggles in the regular season, continues them here in the first game of the playoffs. 24-game winner Andy Messersmith will go the next game for the Dodgers, trying to even up the series. He'll be facing off against Jim Rooker, fine left-hander for the Pirates. Hope you enjoyed game 1. We will see you for game 2. Have a good day, everyone.